ain't here for I ain't seen Bethany in a couple days. Greetings, queens and kings. Welcome back to my channel. We about to go on down to Larry and Bethany Road because we ain't seen them in a couple days, y'all. As much as Bethany get on my nerves, I'm kind of miss to see what that old fool up to, and what her crazy ways. It's funny how when you used to seeing someone, because I said Chase now, because he does this storyline. He did a lot with Miami and Puerto Rico with this storyline. They were really busy for a while hitting those areas. And then since they came back, now you see Candace and Chase again and dealing with Maggie and they whole storyline. He trying to get some money or whatever for the new burgers. He needs to stop on a referral fee. But anyway, that mess been going down. So Candace needs to stop with that because she getting on my plum nerves. She's making a fool out of Chase. Come on, referral fee, whatever. So now we're seeing more of Chase and Candace storyline. So I guess they took a little break. But we back here with Bethany and Larry and her mom. Now, there was a conversation we knew a few days back when they were talking about, she wanted her mom to be there for moral support when she got to the house. And that didn't go as planned because mom found out about the birth control. She was basically with Larry. She was upset. So I guess now mom is back at the house, and more than likely Bethany gonna get on that because she didn't like the fact, because mom left, remember? So she didn't like the fact probably that mom didn't stand up for her like that. But Bethany knows Larry and Brooke are telling two different stories. Because she said told Larry, I know you lying. I know the stories are conflicting because she didn't tell him. Brooke said something else. Larry, you messed up by not getting with Brooke and Destiny and getting y'all stories together. But at this point, I'm sick of the stories. I want y'all to just fess up or somebody hurry up and get caught, because enough of this y'all playing these games. So so let's see what she say to old mama.
Oh, Bethany, come on. Let me get my shoes off here.
Okay. If you want to leave your purse over there, you can, Mom.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want to do.
I will. That'll be helpful.
Yeah, no, feel free to have a seat over here on the couch.
You know me with my heavy purses.
No, you're fine.
Carry my life in that purse.
Yeah. Well, Larry went to the gym, so it's been kind of a quiet morning, which is nice.
Okay. How are things?
Rocky,
following
to be
him
honest.
Rocky.
Yeah, he hasn't really wanted to talk to me much, and every time we do talk, it's more of fussing and fighting.
Oh, no.
But, I think the thing that's really frustrating, Mom, is that when I asked him about where they were, what they were doing on the trip, and just to ask details, you know what I mean?
Okay.
He won't give me any. And then he just doesn't want to tell me much at all. So I asked him about where they stayed, and he told me they stayed at the Clevelander. I said, okay. I didn't want to think anything of it. But then when the girls, I talked to them, and I had asked them before I even talked to Larry.
Yeah.
And the girls told me that they didn't stay at the Clevelander, that they stayed somewhere completely different, across town, or somewhere in a completely different area. So I'm getting two different stories that are very conflicting. Nobody wants to show me pictures. Nobody wants to talk to me about it. And
this got to stem from the fact that he didn't want you to go down there, and you went down there anyway. So he
doesn't
making a fuss.
He doesn't know that I went down there. I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him because I wanted to have some facts straight on my own first. I'll have that conversation with him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna not tell him. I just wanted to find out for myself what was going on, because who went with him, and I've just had that issue.
Right.
And so, yeah. So I go down there and I don't find out anything, but for them to tell me two different stories, not want to give me any information, not want to show me pictures, and it just be, I don't know. Like I said before, I already had a weird feeling in my stomach, which is why I wanted to go down there. And now,
yeah,
I can't I can't negate the fact that it's even worse of a feeling. My wifely intuition is telling me that he has done something really big and bad.
You
And
don't
I mean,
think he's cheated on you?
well, no, I mean, you asked me that before, and I don't, I don't know. I don't know now. I don't know now. Because before I would have said no, and I told you I didn't ever have doubts in that. But
I think your intuition is right. Something happened that they're trying to hide or cover up or something, and they don't have their stories synced up, and that smells kind of fishy to me.
Well, I mean, to me too. But when you came over here with me the other day, and Larry came out of the room and he was nice to you and everything, and I started asking him, how the trip was and everything, and he chewed all over me. You didn't say much. You didn't really seem to back me up. You didn't really seem to do anything to really make me feel better.
I told
Make
you.
me feel better. Listen, Brooke. Bethany, listen. A child expects a parent. Yeah, we'll take up for our children. We'll protect them as best we could. That's mama bears. That's what we do. But when you have a child that's sitting up there, when it comes to your marriage, we're not going to do a whole lot of interfering, because we know how that can do. You got to work things out in your marriage on your own, and we can give advice. Bethany's the type that won't listen to her mother advice. Her mother tries to stay very impartial. She thinks that her mother is not taking up for her because you didn't back me up. Back you up and what? You lied and wasn't supposed to be in Miami, was in Miami. Your husband didn't know you was in Miami. You wasn't supposed to go, but you did it, and you want her to back you up. How? To go against Larry and say what? Like, I don't know what you mean by support you. Mom was there as moral support to be, but she's not going to get into something where she may have to lie or do too much to compromise her morals and character, knowing that you dead wrong. And this is a marital situation. You got to play what you take up on your children about, what you side with them for, or what you go against with them on. I'm not going against you in wrong, and I will teach you and guide you to do the right way. But you're going to sit up there and do X, Y, and Z, and I know it's morally wrong, and I know it's bad, and I'm just supposed to be going along with you to get along. I'm not teaching you lessons. I'm not teaching you properly by just siding with you. I'm helping you to enable you to continue to do wrong. And that's not her mother. Her father did that. And this is why she always had a problem with her mom, even though she's reaching out to her now, trying to talk. I guess she's saying she's trying to be a better person this year, be on a better amends. But she loves her dad because I know Miss Newberg, I can tell from the relations that they've had and how the arguments with him, her, and Greg, he'll side with Bethany first and go against Greg. He's always taken up for her. And I don't know if it's because the mom never did that, because it goes against her judgment. But dad did that, and I guess mom wasn't. So I guess it was good cop, bad cop in their house. And that's not right. She's not going to side with you to what you want. You think she's against you, Bethany, because she didn't want to side with the crap that you was doing. And that it's only right, because you were wrong in that situation. And she said, listen, y'all was getting into treading waters that she really didn't have full knowledge of. You got to be careful what you say, because she could get you in more trouble, Bethany, by speaking too soon or without all the full information, because you was lying to your mother or left the information out about the birth control. And she wasn't with that. So she's sort of wrong in that situation, but you wanted her to side with you. And this girl got a whole mother that could have took her to the doctor and dealt with birth control, but you want to take it upon herself to get some over-the-counter stuff. Then you don't know how her body going to react to nothing, because you feel that's what she should do, because you think she might have sex. Wrong. And you want mom to side with that. So it's, we love and we'll side with you, but we got to be very careful with that, because we'll sit up there and stick our neck out, fight tooth and nail with your husband against something, because that's what you want at the time. Next thing you know, you back with him, lovey-dovey, kissy-kissy, mad at me for stepping in. If I was to say something again, you probably get mad because y'all good now. Stay out of that. And then your husband mad at me. And I was trying to help you. You got to tread lightly with that, especially when it comes to marriages. So no, you're wrong. You're wrong. So we're gonna continue on because now I guess Bethany's gonna snap on her mom because she think mom was wrong.
Or cover up or something, and they don't have their stories synced up. And that smells kind of fishy to me.
Well, I mean, to me too. But when you came over here with me the other day, and Larry came out of the room and he was nice to you and everything, and I started asking him, how the trip was and everything, and he chewed all over me. You didn't say much. You didn't really seem to back me up. You didn't really seem to do anything to make me feel better.
I told you I wasn't going to be caught in any untruths.
No,
I was uncomfortable enough as it was.
No, I understand that, Mom, but it would have been nice for you to even just have some sort of, I asked you to be there for moral comfort. And you sat there and then you got mad at me about the birth control thing, and you didn't even back me up as a stepmom to try and be a good stepmom and try to prevent something that would have really ruined her life.
She's a teenager.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying is you came over here and you learned one thing that I honestly forgot to tell you. And then Larry jumped all over that, chewed me out in front of you, and you didn't say a word. You didn't say one word. You just left.
You have to own up to that. He was trying to drag me into stuff that I shouldn't be dragged into. And this was all based on the untruth that I told you I didn't want to be involved in.
Well, you keep saying, sweetie, I want to have your back. Sweetie, I want to do this for you. Sweetie, I want to support you. And then you didn't. That's my point.
Oh, so I have to support you in the lie without supporting you in the lie.
Right.
You have to support me in some way because now I don't feel like you love me.
Right. Oh, that's a bunch of bull, Bethany. Her loving you has nothing to do with supporting you in your BS and your crap. You going out there robbing a bank, or you doing something deceptive, or you stealing from a company. You supposed to support me and you stealing from the company. So you looking at time now, looking at the people giving you 20 years. And you mad because you think she don't love you because what? She went along with you robbing the bank. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That has nothing to do. You trying to come up with this sob story. You don't love me because you didn't support me with that whining. Cut it out, girl. You knew what you was doing and you wrong. Bethany for so long had, she gets, held up for the wrongness she does. I don't think mom does that. And that's why she got an issue with mom. Dad does. I could tell. People have let her get away with so much for so long without accountability that Bethany will never see the wrong in her actions. She's just like Anthony with that narcissistic behavior. They don't view themselves. They always the victim and will find a way for however you feel about them. Oh, it can't be my fault. Or I did X, Y, and Z because it is. It's never on you. It is frustrating to live with a person like that. And don't do that to your mother.
Now, for crying out loud, I love you more than life itself. Well, you're my firstborn. You are my daughter.
It didn't feel like that, Mom. I'm not going to lie.
You are putting stuff on me that shouldn't be on me. This is not right.
You're right. It's not right. You did not do the right thing in that moment. And I'm very frustrated about it.
Loud.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm trying to be honest with you, and whether or not you agree with me or not, whatever.
Well, but I don't agree with you. This is not fair.
No, you're right.
You're asking me.
It's not. You see how my marriage is in shambles. You see that. And then you come over here and you allowed him to chew me out like that and then jumped on his side about the birth control thing. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And you did.
I jumped on the side of common sense and reason.
And it was common sense.
Of an adult.
It was common sense.
A young person.
If I would have done what she would have done, you would have been the one to take me to the store and buy that birth control for me.
Oh, I would.
Or you would have taken me to get condoms or to the store.
I would have taken you to the doctor and gotten a prescription.
Either way, that's right. It would have been older times when those things weren't available.
Still got to go to the doctor.
The thing and said, this is available now. But you know what? Maybe we should just let bygones.
See, as a mother, it's not for you to make that decision. You're not her biological mother. And Shara would take Brooke to the doctor to get an exam and see what's best for her body, for her and her daughter, not you with some over-the-counter stuff because you feel you can do that, Bethany. The nerve.
Speak of bygones.
I think that would be,
The
yeah. And you
audacity.
know what?
She got no respect.
This was a mistake coming over here today.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
maybe
was,
it
I'm going to
Mom.
was.
let you calm down.
Calm down.
See?
How can I calm down when you?
Poor Brett. Bethany needs, I don't feel bad for nothing she finds out or whatever. Him and Shara had a good time in Puerto Rico. Yes, they did. Because the level of disrespect that you have for these girls, Larry's children's mother, is ridiculous and it's appalling and it's disgusting. And you always want to justify your actions. Yeah, you may feel something because something was about to pop off. They had a good time. Nothing happened. Shara drew the line and respected your marriage. And Larry apologized for his actions because he was trying to cross the line, but it did not happen. They just had a good trip without the stress of you. That's it. So count your blessings. I don't know how he stuck around this long, to be honest with you. But enough is enough, Bethany. Oh, Lord, this girl will raise your blood pressure. Hop in here, comment on what you think. You think the mother should have stood her ground more for Bethany? You think it's wrong for Bethany to be mad with her mom? She didn't want to stick her neck out and lie for her? Or beat up on Larry for what happened? First of all, mom took up and said, oh, mom, coming over there. I don't want to stay with Larry or whatever. I went to Miami. I don't want him to know, so I'm staying at your house. Lied and said she making chicken and dumplings or whatever, went to Target and grocery shopping and all this mess. Lies. Mom stuck up for you for that. She said, I guess going along with you, stayed the night. How much you want her to lie for you? How much you want to lie? Put in the comments, what do you think? Do you go lying for your children regardless of what? You think that's okay? Have you done that? How'd you feel? How did it go? Do you think Mama Bear should do that? Don't matter if they children right or wrong. I don't know. Everybody might have a different opinion on that. Let me know how you feel. Like, comment, tag, share, subscribe. Peace, family. And thank you for stopping by.